If you invest only in gold, you might be making a huge mistake. And let's talk about it today. If you're new here, my name is Adebola Ido. I'm a qualified accountant and a certified strategist, and I talk all things money and personal development. So let's get into today's topic. Gold is one of the oldest investments in human history. Long before stock markets existed and long before cryptocurrencies, people were storing wealth in gold. And even today, when the world gets nervous and the stock market fall, investors often run straight back to gold. So yes, gold is valuable, but not necessarily in the way most people think. Let's start with the advantages. Gold has survived almost everything: wars, recessions, financial crises, inflation, and even currency collapses. And through it all, it has remained valuable. And that's why many people see gold as a financial insurance. Another reason people buy gold is inflation. When the value of money falls, people look for assets that can preserve the purchasing power so that their £100 today still represent roughly the same value tomorrow. Now, let's talk about the part most gold investors don't know or don't talk about. Gold doesn't build wealth. If you buy a bar of gold today and come back 10 years later, it will still be the same bar of gold. He hasn't produced anything. He hasn't generated income, and it hasn't created additional value on its own. You see, historically, gold's long-term behavior has been to track inflation more than growth. And that's why it's often described as a protection asset rather than a growth asset. You will often hear someone say, oh, I bought this 22 karat gold when it was £50 per gram and now it's £100 per gram. So I've doubled my money. What most people don't realize is that gold didn't necessarily become twice as valuable. In many cases, the currency simply became less valuable. So gold is like a mirror. It reflects what inflation has been doing quietly in the background. When the pound loses its purchasing power, gold appears to rise in price, but in real terms, it's just holding its ground. And to balance this conversation, I would say there have been periods when gold has risen much faster than inflation. These are usually times when the world feels uncertain and investors prioritize safety of their money over growth. So if you think about inflation crisis of, say, the 1970s, the 2008 financial crisis, the pandemic in 2020, and even the surge we saw in 2025, driven by inflation fears, geopolitical, tension, uncertainties, and currency weakness. Periods like this, demand for gold would increase, and that means prices also will rise. But even then, gold is still a protection asset. It's not a growth asset. And the problem with all this burst of high performances is that they're difficult to predict. And if you're trying to build wealth over the long term, you need some level of predictability in your portfolio. And that's where productive assets come in. A property, for example, can generate rent. A stock can pay you dividends, right? Yeah. A business can generate you profits. Gold does none of those things. And that's one of the biggest differences between gold and other productive assets. Over long periods, the stock markets have significantly outperformed gold because businesses create value while gold stores value. And this is where many investors get confused. They will say things like, I'm already investing in gold. I don't want to invest in stocks. And then some people will ask, should I invest in gold or should I invest in stocks? In my opinion, a better question is, what role should gold play in my overall portfolio? Investing is not about choosing one winner. I see it in my head like a football team. You wouldn't fill the entire pitch with goalkeepers, and you wouldn't fill the entire, team also with strikers. Different players perform different roles. And that's the principle I am applying to investing. Stocks, for example, can be your growth engine, something that drives growth for you. Property can also give you income and can give you appreciation. Cash in my portfolio will give me liquidity, and gold will give me stability during uncertain periods. This is why experienced investors, they don't treat gold as their entire investment strategy. They treat it as one of a bigger, broader portfolio. So the key is that you have to understand what gold is designed to do in your portfolio. It's not necessarily a growth asset. It's just protecting, holding its ground. Once you understand these differences, it is much easier for you to decide whether gold belongs in your portfolio and how much of it should you own. So, is gold a good investment? The answer is yes, for the right purpose. If you're expecting some sort of explosive growth, year after year, consistently, gold may disappoint you. But if you're looking for diversification, protection against, uncertainty, a store of value, gold may have a role to play. If you're thinking, okay, I'd like to add stocks to my portfolio, but I don't even know where to start, then you should watch the next video on your screen, and I'll see you there.